Alright, good morning, 99 fam, and I'm back to you guys with another video. This video is going to be how I bought 4 cars while in college. For a lot of people, they always used to ask me, like, bro, where do you get all these cars from? Because I was in college. However, I had a trade. So with having my trade of painting, at the time I was painting houses, it was lovely because a lot of the times we would get properties where it was people who like their parents had passed away or something like that, and they were fixing up the house to sell it. So this is actually how I got 2 out of my 4 cars. I had one job that I did, painting. We're painting this lady's house, and she had a truck out front that she'd inherited from her mom. And, you know, a bunch of people would come and ask her about it, and she was like, well, it doesn't even start, whatever. So, and she didn't really feel comfortable with those people. However, because I was working for her, and she knew I was a college student and everything, I just had a conversation with her about it one day, and I was like, hey, you know, I can get it to start. If I can't, I'll just tow it to where I'm living at, and figure it out later. Would you sell me a truck? So she's like, yeah, I'll sell it to you, but I don't have the title, so we'll have to go to the DMV together. So, you know, I took a break. We went over to the DMV, signed the title and everything, and all she charged me was, excuse me, all she charged me was the transfer fee for the title, which was $80, and $20 for gas money, for her to drive back to Orlando where she actually lived at. So I ended up buying that SUV for $100, and really 20 if you want to be realistic, because I would have had to pay to transfer the title either way. And it was, you know, quick, easy transaction, boom. She went to Orlando on the car. At this point, I went over there to check out the car. And what it actually turned out was the car had been sitting for so long because her mother passed away. The only thing that was wrong with it was that the battery had died. So I literally put the battery on a charger, went back the next day, put a tag on it, drove it to my house, boom, car. I ended up selling that car later on. Then I got a Dodge Dakota truck. We were cleaning up for, it was an eviction. The guy was being evicted. He actually didn't have a license. And he told me, he said, hey, give me $200 for the truck, and I'll give you the title right now, and we'll call it that, no problem. I'm like, okay, well, all I have right now is $60 on me, because I rarely ever carry cash. So he was like, well, that'll be enough for me to get a hotel room for the night. I gave him $60. We towed the truck. Again, with that truck, there were 2 issues. It was the brake caliper had locked up from sitting so long, and because it was a drum brake. And the same thing with the other car. The battery died for sitting because he couldn't drive it because he didn't have a license. So I ended up getting that truck. For the 60, I went back. I couldn't find them the next day. I'd already, transferred the title and everything. I ended up finding a guy a couple weeks later. He was like, it's okay, it's fine. I took his money to him. I tried to give it to him. He was like, it's fine, don't worry about it. So I ended up getting that car for 60. And by the time I fixed it up and everything, it was like $200. Then the other car I had, which was actually my first car, was a Nissan Maxima. Again, I was working with my dad at the time. He had bought the car, I liked it, asked him about it, told me to give him $800. So I said, how about this? How about I work for you for a week straight with no pay? Which was, one of those things where it was like, now I'm spending time, not money. I didn't have anything else to do. I swear it's the hardest week I've ever worked in my life. But I worked for a week straight. At the end of the week, he gave me a title. Boom, had that car. Basically paid nothing for it. Then my last car, I wanted a new car. And it was right when I was first graduating from college. I went to the Toyota dealership. For the job I was working at the time, took all my documents and everything, and bought the 2018 Toyota Corolla that year. That was my graduation present to myself. And that's how I did it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those are, that was my path to buy my 4 cars and how I did it so easily and smoothly.